Uh, Good evening, friends. So now, before we get into the actual action of how to upload service projects, let's just first understand why should we upload service projects? What is the benefit of uploading the service projects? Me as a club president or a club leader, मेरे लिए क्या मिलेगा? Why should I do it? What is this effort? How much time it takes to do it, and where all it can be seen. So let us first answer these questions before exactly getting into the action of how to upload a service projects. Friends, I want to show you a screen of our Rotary India website. Can you see the screen? This is rotaryindia.org. You see the numbers which Anshumanji also just now said. We have 2,64,813 projects as of today, added by 3,215 clubs, worth of around 1,900 crores or $253 million. What is the benefit of this? What's the advantage of having this particular numbers here? Now this is all year figure. So now let's get into current year. So when I get into current year, it shows 69,000 projects added by 2024 clubs, worth 385 uh, crores. I can search by the state, by the district, or even by the club. When you click on the club, you can know whether your club has also updated the service projects here. What's the benefit of this? So now I can randomly search. Let's say I'm searching for a club called as Hills. So all the hills in the country, I can pick up any of the clubs in the hills. Okay, Jubilee Hills in Hyderabad, I want to check it up. I can know the projects done by this particular club in the current year. Or I can go back to the year 21-22 and see what did this club do in the year 21-22. What's the benefit of this? Friends, I'm sure most of you are club leaders here and you're going to sacrifice your 1 year, or you may be already a leader in the current year and you're already sacrificing a lot of your uh, personal time, your business time for the Rotary to do something good for your club. Now, when you do these excellent things, maybe after 5 years, after 10 years, you want to go back and see what did I do as a president or as a club leader in the year, example, say 23-24 or 22-23, depending on whichever year you are the president going to be or you are already a president. Why? The reason is simple. Like today, I'm just telling you a simple thing. Let's say you meet a past president of your club, meet a past governor of your club. He's proud to tell you the excellent work that he has done during his year as a president or a governor. Why? Oh, that particular year is my year where I had done excellent work. Do you feel that you need to have this memory permanently in one place, which is not like your Facebook? In Facebook, you may have to dig 2,000 different data to get your specific information. But here, it is one click, you will be able to get story about your deeds lifelong. So now again, like last time, I want information to be communicated on the chat box. I just want an answer from you. Do you feel that you need to have your story permanently there where you can tell this to your friends, your family members, maybe after your grandchildren also. What did I do in the year? Say I agree. I want the chat to be active. The reason is I want these 214 people who are there currently, I want everybody to participate, or else we will do multitasking. हम लोग screen चालू कर देते हैं and we do some other business, and honestly you will not listen to this. I need this message, I agree. I agree has to come. I'm waiting for the messages to come from everybody. The reason is simple. That shows you are participating here too. Plus, you're also agreeing to the fact that by having a service project added in a simple platform will also help your club in terms of getting stored. One more beautiful thing. When you add this service project, I'm just giving an example. Let's say now you have added a service project in the current year, last year, maybe year last. Now, when you go to a different club, you want to say, boss, you know what my club is doing today. Just click here. You'll be able to see the story. Or you're going to a CSR funding. You want to tell them, you know what my club has been doing for the last 3 years. When you go to bank for a loan, what is that you need to ask? What do they ask for? Your 3 years balance sheet. Am I right? So now here in Rotary, there is no balance sheet required to be shown. It's your good deeds. So all your good experience, good work that your club has been done, so that has to be shown in the system. So this system, Rotary India, is created by the brainchild of all these major senior leaders of our country just to have this service project. So today's meeting is very, very important because in case there is no service project shown in the Rotary India, the Rotary India.org has got no meaning. In case that figure 2,62,000 was not there, if it is zero, that nobody is going to access Rotary India. Friends, today Rotary India.org is seen by the entire world. They actually check each and every club, district, state, and actually communicate to us. We get mails from across the world saying that, hey, we want to know what's happening in this club. We just send a mail, okay, go to Rotary.org and see it. Then they communicate to the club also saying that, okay, I'm interested in doing this toilet project. How this project was done at this low cost, we would like to do this. Or you have done an excellent project and you have written a cost there. Maybe another club in the area want to do the similar project. They will want to communicate to you on that. So most important part that we need to see is why we should do is answered here. Why we should add the projects. Anybody has a doubt on the question of why we should add it, you can ask a question now for next 1 minute before I get into how we are going to do it. So next 1 minute, if anybody has about, if they are not convinced, okay, I don't know why I should add a project. Fine, I'm not getting any reply here. That shows people want to know how it is done now. So now let's get into the action of how to add a service project in Rotary India and how simple the whole process is to do it. So now I'll give a simple idea. All club president, club secretaries are given the admin rights to enter into rotaryindia.org. Why? Because they are the only ones who can access and add the information. That means a normal member in Rotary cannot go and add a service project to my club. But imagine I'm a tech savvy person in my club and I have the president who might not be tech savvy or may be busy with his work. He can also give the admin rights to you who are the tech savvy people to upload the service projects. That means you can have more than two admins. The default admins, as I told you, are the president and secretaries of the club. Beyond that, the club can add more admins who can actually take up this job of adding the service projects. Now we are getting into the action of how to add service projects. Click on the admin login. Click on the login. Now, can I have any club name? I would like to, can you, anybody write a message in the group, any specific club name? So I would like to go to that particular club and add a project to that club. Okay, I saw first name as Puri Sagar. So I'm just going into the Puri Sagar club. You can see the screen now. So now can you see this? There are some changes which has happened in the structure. Earlier, there were only two buttons, that is club meeting and service projects. Now we have distributed that among into club service, community service, vocational service, international service, and new generation service. So that means actually the service projects actually is being distributed to community, vocational, international service, and new generation service, plus a project which does not actually do any community service but is helping Rotary to grow or helping Rotary to improve the public image. We created this as a public image initiative, which is not part of a service project. Now, getting into the community service. Wow, I can see some of the projects done already by this club up to 17th of November. That means after 17th of November, they are not added any project. So now let me get into the action of what is this list. Now, what is one-time project, what is ongoing project, and what is all projects. All project means, of course, the list of all the projects of a club is seen here. One time project is the project is done, there is no question of repeating that project. It's going to be only once. Example, say Raksha Bandhan at orphanage is a one time project, or eye checkup camp, they are not going to repeat it. Example. Now, what is an ongoing project? I'm sure what they're trying to say here is Annapurna project may be done in more than one place or may be done more than once in the specific year. Then it is called as an ongoing or a repeat project. So now let me answer you one more thing on a one time or an ongoing project. Let's assume that your club has got a blood bank or your club has got a eye hospital. I'm sure there will be continuous projects happening. Let's say in the blood bank case, you may be having continuously blood donation camp, or you may have thalassemia children. They regularly are getting dialysis and everything done there. Now, if this is a question, those regular projects need not be added as one time. It will be regular or ongoing project or a repeat project. The reason is simple. In the end of the year, all the data of those ongoing project is collected in one sheet. For example, in the on July 1st, we had a blood donation camp. We spent 1000 rupees. We had three rotations involved in it, and we collected 50 bottles of blood. On July 10th, we had one more blood donation camp where we spent, say, 700 rupees. We had seven rotations involved in it, and we collected another 50 bottles of blood. Now, when you see this ongoing together, you will see the total value there. You will see both the projects plus the total value on the top. This will also help you to promote your ongoing project to the world, saying that this is how our regular projects have been done. Hope there is no confusion on that. So I'm just getting into the screen on how to add a project. Now the first part is, of course, you need to decide which year you are adding it. The reason I'm saying is this is in case you have a past president sitting here and he has done a great work in the year 1718, but in the year 1718 Rotary India was not existing, but I have the project content and I want to add this. I can add the project in 1718 too. I can click on the add project, and can you see this message here? Most important is that the data that I enter is for a community service project conducted by my club that has benefited my community. That is example like heart surgeries, tree plantation, etc. It is not a club meeting, it's not a fellowship meeting, it's not a celebration or any other miscellaneous event or a project. Why am I saying this is a lot of time we do not know where to add and we add it in the wrong place. So that means a Doctor's Day celebration is not a project. Or celebrating someone's birthday. Today is Narendra Rao's birthday. Let us celebrate in the club. You can't consider this as a project. You are not doing any community service by celebrating Narendra Rao's birthday. So that means the project here is only something where you are helping the community. You are helping someone in need. Clear on this part? Now, here there is a date. Let's say you want to add this project for the year 1951. You can add it even today. The reason I'm saying this is the clubs were old, where they may want to put a project for an older date, they can add it here. Clear on this? Now let me get to the first screen. Is it a one-time project or is it an ongoing project? Let me first choose this as a one-time project. The team, please enable the mic for the person who's in Puri Sagar. Can I have his name? Rajdeep. Can you please enable Rajdeep's uh, mic, please?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi Rajdeep. Rajdeep, we'll just take an example. So don't worry if it even if it is wrong, we'll not save this. So give me an example of a project that you want to add.
iCamp.
Yeah, so can you please give me any name, any specific subject or a name? So we'll just add a project here. So do you want to
iCamp.
add a good? Yeah,
iCamp.
I can.
EYE.
Okay. So now, is this a one-time project or is it an ongoing project?
One time project.
One-time project. Is this a project which is jointly done with another club or an organization, or is it only your club?
Our club only.
Okay. So now before that, I'll just show it to the public. So now when I click on yes, if it is a joint club, it will also ask you the co-host Rotary Club or any other partner organization. Imagine that you are doing a I camp with the organization. Example, say Lions Club, or it can be with
Apollo Hospital.
and a specific eye hospital, which is not a Rotary hospital. You can also write their name here. In case it's a joint project, you also need to define, is your club a lead club or is it a co-host club? Clear on this? So now it is not a joint project, so I'll say no to this. Now I'll mention this as I camp. Description. So Rajiv ji, can you give me the description of it?
Basic eye checkup and cataract operation, free cataract operations.
Basic eye checkup and free cataract surgeries were conducted by our club by RC Puri Sagar on, you don't need to write that also, you can conducted at XYZ Eye Hospital, MG Road, Puri. Example. Now
Right.
location of the project, I'll say right Puri. Now, where is this area of focus belong to? Now, entire thing is a drop down, friends. Just check this. Where is this going to go? iCamp gets into basic education literacy? No. Community? No. Is it a disease prevention and treatment? Yes. I click on the disease prevention and treatment. When I click that, it also has a list of all the project is connected. So now I'll click on the eye surgery. Why? Because it's connected to the subject of eye surgeries. I click on eye surgery. Inside that, it will also ask you cataract or glaucoma or a diabetic retinopathy. I'll say cataract. Why? Because it's mentioned cataract here. Now, the date of this project was 1st of April, and this project cost was 15,000 rupees. And look at this. Is it a global grant project? Is it a district grant? Is it a CSR if someone is funded, or is it a self-funded? So let's say I consider it as a self-funded. If it is a CSR, क्या होता है? When I click on CSR, it will also ask you the CSR company. Which company has funded you this? Now let's assume that it's a global grant project. Example, when I click on the global grant, it will also ask you the global grant number, the sanction amount, how much money you have received and how much money you have spent, and plus who's your global grant partner or a club or a district across the globe, because it has to be a club outside India. So which is that club? So when it is a self-funded, this information goes off, it just picks up the relevant data for you. Who are the, how many are the beneficiaries? So Rajdeep, how many are beneficiaries for it?
60, 60.
Zero. How many man hours were spent? How many hours were spent?
Including the preparation and all.
Yeah, let's assume that for the camp, what is the man hours your Rotary Club has spent? How many hours you spent? Let's talk about say 8 hours you spent, and how many
So
Rotarians are
8 into
involved?
10, 80 hours. 80 man hours.
Yeah, why? Because there were 10 Rotarians involved and spent 8 hours each. And any Rotractors were involved in this particular project?
No.
No. So I'll say zero. Now, has this project been covered by any print media? If yes, you
Yes.
can tick mark. Then you can also have the article which is come in the print media, click here. And you can also write it was published iCamp project conducted on first is published in TOI Puri on 2nd April. Example. Now you can also add the photographs from here. So same way you can also have up to 5 photographs. Now again one more tip to all of you. I request you, unfortunate part in our Rotary, we paste photograph with all the people standing like this. So I cap the beneficiary is not even seen there. So I'll be standing like this. There are 5 people standing, 10 people standing here, all the 10. Please do not post such photograph. I'll tell you the reason. These photos are also seen by the world. They will laugh at us for having a photograph, standing photograph for a project. Let it be an action photograph. That means you are actually showing the beneficiary getting operated by the doctor. आपका photograph important नहीं है. So please ignore that. You don't need to stand in that photograph too. Trust me, friends, nobody is going to watch your photograph. Not even your wife. She will also not be happy to see your photograph so many times published in the Rotary India. No. But everybody will be happy to see the action photograph, the beneficiary's photograph. That means there's an operation happening, there can be some equipment, and the beneficiary is either lying down and the doctor is actually doing the operation. That's the photograph we need. Trust me, these photographs are also picked by various agencies of Rotary and they publish in the various Rotary magazines, including Rotary News Trust. But when they see your standing photograph, they are now going to use that photograph. Clear on this part? Now, once I add this photograph, let me add one of the photographs here. I don't have any photograph to add, but unfortunately, let me try to add one photograph. Unfortunately, I don't have the photograph right away to add. Okay, fine.
For just demonstration purpose, you can add any photograph right now.
I'm just trying to pick up one photograph. Okay, so now let's say now this is the photograph. So when I click on it, it does not even take more than 5 seconds, not even 1 second to add this photograph. And friends, this image which I added here is of at least 10 to 15 MB, but it gets reduced by the size and gets added here. Now I can add the content to this photograph. Example, the content can be eye operation, cataract done for Mr. XYZ by Dr. ABC. Example. Now I can add one more photograph. Anyway, so you can keep on adding up to 5 photographs like this. Now, once you add this photograph, let's assume that the excellent work that has been done by your club, I want this to be published to every member of my club in WhatsApp. Just click on this part. Now, in case you have the WhatsApp credit, which I'll come to that later, if you have WhatsApp credit in your club, this entire project with all this content and this photograph will be shared in a link and a content format to your members. It cannot be sent outside your club, but moment it is sent, you'll also be able to share it outside this to the whole world from here. So just have to enter this information and click on the save, and the data goes into every member of your club. Now, when I enter this project, now I added a one-time project, I added this, I added iCamp, the so and so story, everything is done. When I add this, where all it goes? I finish adding, I'm not saving this because it's not a right data. So when I add this project, where all it goes? So let me show you that. One entry, I finished adding a project, which, can you just give me a message in the chat, how many minutes it takes to add a project, or the process that we just did now, how many minutes it takes to add 5 photographs, in case you have all the photographs ready with you. I can see 5 minutes, 3 minutes. So this 5 minutes of the time that we did, the information is gone into rotaryindia.org. It also goes into the district website. It also goes into district reports. That is, when the governor wants to check the reports, he also gets a report of the project that is done by you. It also goes into the club monthly reports. When you upload a club monthly report, it gets into that. It also goes into the club website in case you have taken the club website through Rotary India, which I'll also explain you this. So this will also help, because today we have more than 550 clubs in the country who's taken the club website, integrated with Rotary India. So when you add a project in Rotary India, their club website also gets updated. Then comes your OCV or a GOV. In some districts you call it as OCV, in some it is called as GOV. So that means for your GOV or a OCV report, it also goes. Friends, from the next year, that is the next Rotary year, most of the districts in the country are not going to ask you for physical OCV documents. They will only want digital document. That means all you require is to give them this information in a simple Excel sheet by the OCV generated report. Then the information also is automatically shared to your district team for the district awards and citation. So I'm repeating it. It goes into rotaryindia.org. It goes into the district website. How do I find my district website? Whichever district you belong to, just type RID, that is Rotary International District, RID, your district number. Let's assume that you belong to 3110, then it is RID 3110 dot rotaryindia.org. You will be able to see your district website. RID 314.rotaryindia.org, you will see 3142 website. RID 3011.rotaryindia.org, you will see 3011's website. So you just need to remember your district number, you will know your district website. Plus it also goes to the district governor. One more place it goes, we are not mentioned in this. Every district governor and AG gets a report every 15 days about the work done by their clubs. Even this goes into the report which gets automatically generated every 15 days. Even they get it. That report also goes to governor, district coordinator and AG currently, and of course to the RI directors too. That means even RI directors actually come to know the project that is done by the clubs. Plus, it goes into the monthly report. I'll not be explaining the monthly report today. I'll be explaining it in another class, where end of the month, when you generate a club monthly report, you need not rewrite it again. It is already there. And as I told you, I'll explain you the club website. It goes there. Plus, governor's official visit and awards and function. Now, again, I want to know from you, do you have this 5 minutes at the end of every project? Here I need an answer, yes or no. Do you have this 5 minutes? Every project that is done, you just need to spend 5 minutes to do this process. I'll tell you one more good reason for doing this. Today you completed a project, you're going back home. You can do the same thing from a mobile application or from the laptop, whichever you are convenient with. You will remember who had come for the meeting. You will remember who was the chief guest. You will remember who was the doctor there. You will remember how many patients had actually come. You remember how many retractors were there. You also know how much money is spent there. Friends, and this can be edited. Let's assume that today you thought the money spent was 8,000 rupees, but actual spent was 8,750 rupees. You can go and edit it tomorrow. No problem. But बाकी का फोटोग्राफ आपका मोबाइल पे रेडी है, कंटेंट यू हैव इट इन योर माइंड, you know the title, you know the rest of the things. Click and finish it off. Even if there's a error in that, you can go and, let's say now there's a spelling mistake because I'm typing from the mobile and doing it, no problem, you can go and edit it later. But you have finished your 95% of the work by adding the project there. By having this, your governor also will come to know, your district website also has it, your club website also has it, Rotary India also has it. So requesting everybody, please ensure we add a service project. Now I'm feeling so bad to see the number of clubs participated in the current year is only 2024 out of 4500. That means even today around 2450 clubs have not added a single project. But I'm challenging you, all those 2450 clubs have done the great work, but they're not invested that 5 minutes. So let us commit ourselves that we will add every project and a beneficiary. I'm not a beneficiary of this addition of projects. I don't get anything by you adding a project. You will be the beneficiary. Why? End of it, after 5 years, after 10 years, you want to go back and see. I'm telling you again, the way I said that time, you speak to your past president, he will talk about his year. That too, after 3 drinks, you talk to them, they will only talk about their work. Arey Narendra, do you know what I did during my year as a president? I had done this, I had so many things, I had done this project, I had done this toilet project, I had done this crematorium, I had done this work, and I had so and so person has come for as a speaker in my club, I had done this. Why? Because he's proud about his year. And I'm sure you are also proud about your year too. Now, in that, I asked you something about WhatsApp part or something about the club website part. So I'll just show you a simple screen for you for next 5 minutes. After that, we'll get into the question answer session, because let us respect everybody's time. We would like to close it by 5:30 in case everybody finish their question answer session. So I'll just show you a small link. I'm sure you can share the link also to everybody. There's a marketplace link.
I'll do that.
So when you log into Rotary India, there is a link called as marketplace. So you get a lot of utility tools there. This is additional to what you're getting it currently free. So here, whatever you do, there is a small cost involved inside this. Now, what all things are there? How do you get into this? You can just type marketplace.rotindia.org, or when you log in, there is a button for marketplace within the admin rights. You can click on that, you will come to this utility. Now we were talking about WhatsApp. Someone, like, at the end of it, while clicking on it, there's the option of WhatsApp. What is this WhatsApp? Keep your club members up to date on events, news, and reminders with the automated WhatsApp messaging service. So, in one click, you will be able to send or a broadcast a message to every member. So today you have 100 members in the club. So literally, instead of sending each message to 100 members, one click it can go to them. Plus, it also can go with the personalized name. Third, today you have birthdays or anniversaries of the members. Even this WhatsApp can be automatically triggered and greeting from the club president to a member on their special day. So anybody wants to have this, There is no compulsion. This is just 1 rupee per message, and there's a minimum pack of 1,000 rupees that you need to spend. And again, friends, we are not earning money out of this. This WhatsApp module is a third party tool that we have taken, is an official WhatsApp tool, and we need to pay this money to them for using this service. So advantages, your upcoming event, your greeting, your announcement, your service projects, your newsletter, everything can be shared to your member by one click. So same way, I was talking about the club website where I said that when you add a project, it also goes into the club website. Just look at this now, a dynamic website that can even earn revenue for your club. At the same time, it shows your club's achievement to the world. This is the scenario of most of the clubs today. We either have a website or we do not have a website. We have a website that is a static website. What is a static website? That means the club website is added, activated on July 1st, but not updated after that. When I go to the club website, I will not know any good job done by my club in the current year. It may have photograph of the club president, secretary, and that's it. There is no other story in the club website. But in a dynamic website by the Rotary India, why am I saying this? Friends, let's assume tomorrow you want to go to London. What's the first thing that you do? Let me search for a Rotary club in London. Where do you search? You Google it. And you find Rotary club of so and so in London. First thing what you see, how active this club is. So that when I go there, I want to meet people who are very active there. But when they search for your club, they see the club website, which is either says under construction or it is showing 3 years old data of the president or a secretary, but currently का कुछ story नहीं है. How about a website where whatever you do is updated and that too by yourself? So you're not dependent on a web developer for doing it. Whether it's your projects, whether it's a meeting, whether it's an upcoming event, whether it's a newsletter, whether it's a member's information without their mobile number and email ID is listed. That means even if a member is added yesterday by you, he is seen in your club website as a member. Forget that. Today, let's say you went into Rotary India app and changed your own profile photograph. Check your club website after a minute. You will have the new profile photograph of yours in the club website. Now, we have also given an option in the club website to earn revenue for the club. Why? We want this club website to be free for you. Of course, there's a cost to develop this. So we charge you for the development cost, but we want that to be returned to you. How do you do that? There is an option for a revenue in the club website. So that means when you have the club website, the image, you can actually sell one small area for earning money for your club. And I'm sure you'll be able to earn much more money than the cost of a club website. Now, let me ask a question to you. Let me ask a question to you. I want everybody to please again message in the group. Let's assume that you have appointed a company to update your club website where on the day of installation आप उसको 5 photograph भेज देंगे. On the day of your next project supporting environment, you send another 5 photograph. On the day of your next project, you send another 10 photograph and the content to him. Imagine he has to update this project and the meetings and everything at least 50 times in a year. Now tell me what will be the cost that gentleman is going to charge you. 50 बार आपने फोटोग्राफ भेजा है उसको. What will be the cost? I want everybody to write a cost. So 50 बार आप imagine I send a photograph to you as a web developer. सर ये ऐड करके दे दो, ये ऐड करके दे दो. He will spend 1 hour to add those photograph. अच्छे से बना के रख दिया. Then again next week I'll send him to him. Now I can see the figure here. Someone says 50,000, someone says 25,000 or whatever. Now imagine a condition where you're not dependent on them. You have it in the mobile application and it is added, and that is also available at just 10,999 rupees per year, friends. This includes the domain, that is subdomain. It includes even a SSL certificate. That means you can see the symbol on the right here. So like every website also is secured here. So your information about the club website also is read by the Google, so that in the scrolling and the next time when someone's searching for your club also can be seen. Plus you can add any number of projects in the year, any number of meetings in the year, any number of newsletters, any number of upcoming events, any number of members, any number of editions, any number of any much how much of a earning that you want to do can be done by you. That means you can have 25 advertisements done. Each advertisement you're going to charge say 1,000 rupees. You can still earn 25,000 bucks for the club. That means the club website can also earn money for you, friends. So in case you feel that your club is a vibrant club, even if your club is not vibrant, but you want to make your club a vibrant club and you want to create a legacy of your club by leadership, by saying that मैंने एक क्लब वेबसाइट चालू कर दिया, 10 साल के बाद ही मेरा क्लब का वेबसाइट रहेगा. As I said in the beginning, when you have a website, when you have the information stored in that, the right information stored, when you go for a CSR, when you go for a global grant, when you talk to someone, you have the mirror of your club, you have the story about your club. So if you want to do that, you can click on this and pay for it and register for it. And now what we have done now is, because we are in the fag end of the year, in case you register for it now, it is not for 1 year. We are giving you this club website till the end of next Rotary year. That means, let's assume that today is what's the date today? 5th of April, and you gone for the website today. You will get this website active and live till 30th of June 2024. So friends, take this advantage of this product. It will help you, because again, we are spending a bomb in terms of doing this particular thing. We are giving additional space for you. Does not matter, because I have seen some of the clubs. One of the clubs I can say is Beltangadi, who has added 500 projects in the club website, but the cost remains 10,999. Why? Because that's what the Rotary News Trust has decided to give the price to everybody as 10,999 में आपको club website देना है, which has to include the SSL, it has to include all the space required for you, and it is a dynamic club website. So friends, I completed my presentation on the service projects today. So